Hi, I'm Tiffany Arnaz, and this is the Fans of Real Famous podcast, where we look at real stories of real vampires. Today we bring you the story of con artist Jamie Arpin Sachs, who was running cons throughout California from as early as 2014 until he was detained in 2016. As usual, I'm joined by a few special guests who are here to give their stories. Our story begins with Aubrey Barker. She's managing a local coffee shop in Pasadena when a man by the name of Alex Greenlee came in.
Hi, sir. Do you need anything?
Nope, thank you.
Sure.
You know what? I'm actually really thirsty. I'll have a coffee.
Sure. What kind?
Coffee.
Just
Coffee?
okay. Coming right up.
Oh, and a date with a manager.
Excuse me?
Pick you up at 7? La Belle Vous?
That's...
Great. I'll be here. 7.
Hi, Lauren. Thank you so much for being here. So you were on shift while this was happening.
Yeah, I was a barista at the time.
Do you know why Aubrey went on the date?
Oh, I know why. The guy was cute. Really cute. And tall. So tall. And he was very forward. He didn't really give her a way to say no, which is absolutely the wrong way to go about things. But she went. If that date hadn't gone as well as it did, that relationship never would have lasted. He was charming. I mean, every time he came in after that, he kept giving me huge tips.
How much did he tip you?
$100. And it just kept coming. The guy was loaded.
Do you know what he did?
He told Aubrey he was an accountant. He'd come in with a laptop and be working on spreadsheets and stuff. The guy appeared financially stable, and I think that attracted her. It's rare to find someone like that, especially in their 20s.
Was there anything odd about him?
Oh, the dude was totally odd. Who carries around hundreds of dollars like that? Well, clearly someone who doesn't think $100 is a big deal, but it was his whole aura. He was quick, very witty. Sure, odd, but attractive, you know? Like I said, I knew why she did it. I just wish she hadn't.
So you and Jamie met in January of 2014.
Yeah, he came into the bookstore one day looking for a copy of Finance for Dummies. He asked me to get some coffee sometime, and I accepted. After 3 months, we moved in.
3 months?
Things moved very quickly, but the timing was perfect. His lease was up at the end of the month, and I wanted him around more. He had to travel a lot for what he told me were business trips, meetings in LA and Pasadena.
So he told you where he was going.
When I pried, he just didn't tell me who he was seeing while he was there.
Eleanor!
So you met Jamie.
In 2015, I was supposed to be meeting a friend of mine for dinner, but they had to cancel at the last minute. Jamie was sitting alone, and I was desperate for company, so I hijacked his evening. He was so much fun and mentioned a business he was starting, so I invited him to dinner with some friends of mine to make connections. Trish gets along with everyone, and she's on social media, so she has a lot of connections herself. And Richard knows business.
Okay, so there we are, the Met Gala.
In Inwoks, Georgia.
And I start shaking. I have to interview her. And how do you interview a complete genius? You can't.
So what happened?
She approaches me in this gorgeous black gown, absolutely stunning and so intimidating. She was covered in these layers of fabrics that just cascaded like a waterfall.
And
I asked her what to expect from her next album.
That doesn't sound terrible.
Oh, it gets worse.
I smelled her hair.
You what?
Smelled her hair.
I will never let her live it down.
Honestly, I don't regret it. She smelled amazing.
You have no shame.
Oh my god, we need to get a photo. Drew?
Sorry, I don't do photos. I take them.
You're mysterious. I like it. Here. I'll mention you're working on opening a restaurant.
Yes, a dinner bar scene with a club on top.
Sounds fun.
What kind of food?
Well, the concept is different every night. New night, new chef. It keeps things interesting.
Keeps people coming back? I like it. So where are you thinking?
Possibly by Union Station.
Oh my god, those spaces are so nice.
For a building like that, you need bank. Have you got any investors?
A few angels, more in the talks.
Well, I'd love to talk more about it when we have a chance. I love this idea. It could definitely be worth investing.
I think so.
Let's get another bottle.
And everybody, I'm paying tonight.
Please, we ordered everything on the menu. I think we can all chip in.
I can take care of it. I insist.
So Jamie paid that night.
Insisted on it, but no.
Excuse me, sir. This card was declined.
What? Run it again.
Sir, if you cannot offer a form of payment...
It's alright. I'll cover it.
I paid when we went out.
And that never struck you as odd?
Not until later, when I started analyzing every little interaction. That's what it comes down to. I've been asking myself, what could I have done differently? How could I have prevented this? I'm finally coming to terms with the fact that this is not my fault. Jamie's role was to manipulate everyone around him to get what he wants. He told me the credit card company was giving him trouble. He started carrying around cash, and a lot of it.
How did that affect your relationship?
He changed. I started noticing there's bruising under his eyes, but the big change was him. It was like flipping a switch. I didn't know what he was. And then we got the eviction notice.
Don't have time for this.
Kennedy, I am behind on my bills. The least you can do is answer my question. I deserve that much.
I don't owe you anything. After everything I've done, I don't understand where this hostility is coming from. Are you with me or against me?
Hostility? Jesus Christ, where the fuck is the money? We have an eviction notice on our door.
What money? I don't have money.
This is such bullshit. I saw the bills in your wallet.
You looked through my wallet?
No, I didn't look through your wallet. Your wallet is bulging with cash. What is going on? Where did all that money come from? Are you in trouble? I mean, we live together and you're only here a few days a week. I don't understand you. We're supposed to be a team.
We are a team. You are my future. I love you.
Then tell me the fucking truth.
I am. What is going on? You better calm down right now. Remember, to every action, there's a reaction.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're making me out to be some sort of Bond villain. What do you want from me?
Can you tell me the truth? At least this one time, I've lost everything. Please.
I need to get out of here and clear my head. This is all fake news. All of it.
Kennedy!
Oh my God, you're so fake. You are so fake. You walk around in your knockoff brands and your cool shit, and you think you're so cool when really you're just a phony. And everyone knows it. You're playing all of us. So quit pretending, Simon. This is such fake news bullshit. You're bullshit, and I'm out of here.
Jamie left that night. We never spoke again. I don't know where he ended up staying.
And this was
November.
How are you feeling with everything that's happened since?
You know, Jamie had a habit of saying that every action brings about a reaction. Well, here I am talking to you. Let's just say, bite me, and I'll bite back.
They moved in together?
Alex came into the coffee shop one day and was frantic. This was November 2015. He needed to talk to Aubrey immediately. Normally he was so calm and collected, but he was freaked. The guy looked sickly.
Hey,
What's wrong?
my lease is up at the end of the month and I cannot find a place.
Are you okay?
No, Aubrey, I'm freaking out here.
All right, calm down. How about you stay with me just until you find a place you're happy with?
Or what if we live together?
What?
You and me. What do you say?
Yes.
They'd been together for a year at that point, so there wasn't really anything suspicious about it. Aubrey was crazy about him. He'd send flowers and candies to the shop, little love notes. It was sickening, but sweet. What does this one say?
Reservation for 2 tonight.
On Valentine's Day. How creative.
You know,
I'm kidding. You guys are really cute. And yeah, I'm going through a breakup, but me and Shelly didn't work out. It's okay.
I'm sorry, Laura.
I'll take care of things here. You go get ready.
So they had plans that night.
Yes, but
Drew just texted. He can't make it. Meeting.
I was so looking forward to hearing about the restaurant, so I guess I'll just have to ask you.
Drew just sent out a mass email last night. He met with Pierre DeMarc for...
The architect.
I knew they'd hit it off.
According to Drew, they met yesterday to go over the proposed floor plan. The building has the right structure, just not the look.
Who's designing?
Ginny Edwards. However, Marcus Dupont is supposedly designing the kitchen.
What do you mean, supposedly?
Well, I reached out to Marcus last night about the proposed floor plan, details about the meeting, and I wanted to know what to be in for.
Sure.
Well, Drew was an hour late. Marcus isn't sure he can afford to take on a project with someone so reckless. Wants to make sure he's paid.
Oh, Drew is good for the money.
Is he?
What's that supposed to mean?
I know his father cut him off, so it's a little tight, but it isn't the role of investors to help with this sort of thing.
The finances, sure, but the character and time management of the person running the operation? That's not on my list of responsibilities.
I can't believe that. I introduced Drew to these people. I feel like I need to talk to him.
This isn't your fault or responsibility, Al. Things happen.
It'll be fine. I'll be attending some meetings with Drew and some other investors next week. Even without Marcus, the kitchen will be done.
See, that's the spirit.
Where was Jamie during all of this?
Shopping.
Jamie Wells styled me a few times for my shoots and a few red carpets.
Wells?
The next big thing in Hollywood fashion. So much fun and made some really great looks. I originally met him through my friend Constance. She had worked with Jamie a few times and said all of these great things. I got his number and that's how we started working together. He knew what he was doing. It cost about $2,000 a session, but that's to be expected in LA.
So what happened?
I scheduled an appointment with him to prepare a look for an art gallery I was attending. Everything was set, and then all of a sudden, he ghosted me. Never heard a thing since. Same thing happened to some friends of mine, but Rebecca Madison, oh, she gave me an earful.
I met Jamie when I needed a look for a shoot with Timeless. I called him up, scheduled an appointment. It was great. I had seen Kelly's looks. They were incredible. The day comes, and I'm ready to go, and then absolutely nothing. 2 hours after he was scheduled to show, Jamie waltzed through the hotel in total disarray. You'd think this kid just woken up or something. I asked what happened. He was panicked. It said that somebody had stolen his wallet that morning. Ugh, an entire mess. I calmed him down. We got to work and had the most horrible session in my life. I was freaked. Jamie was freaked. It was a lot. Without a wallet, he couldn't afford the ride home. So I offered to pay to ensure he got wherever safely. He insisted on paying me back. Never heard from him again. And honestly, I don't miss the money. LA cab fares are what they are. But that night, I went out on that carpet in a knockoff. Never again. Are you fucking kidding me, Kelly? I went out there in a fake Vera Wang. Where did you find this guy?
There's some mutuals.
I need names, numbers. This guy took thousands.
I haven't heard from him in months.
What?
I'm sorry, Rebecca.
So Jamie was using the money.
To run a side hustle. Yeah. And then he'd pocket that money.
So he had no intention of opening a restaurant?
No. They were investors, designers, a whole team. No one had been paid. Jamie wouldn't talk to anyone.
I talked to the police.
We apprehended Sachs on February 14th of 2016 and needed to start talking to our witnesses. We've been given an address for an apartment he was staying in. Good evening.
Hello. I'm sorry. I've had a cough all week.
I'm Detective Marks with the LAPD.
LA? Is everything all right?
Well, we were hoping you could answer a few questions about Jamie Arpin Sachs.
Who?
Jamie Sachs, also known as Drew Breyer, Jordan Albane, Jaden Arquette, John Hark, Noah Parker, Kennedy Arpin, and Alex Greenlee. Sachs has been running scams throughout California. We were led to believe this was his last place of residence. Mind if we ask you a few questions?
How was she?
In shock. We asked her a few questions. She was very cooperative.
What happened?
When we left that night, she was clearly shaken up. That's typical of these cases.
She didn't show up for her shift the next day.
Officers were sent to check up on her. She was found in the living room. All of the blood had been drained from her body.
He killed my best friend.
None of us have spoken with Jamie since February.
No one has visited him in prison.
His trial is next month. I'm testifying.
I'm testifying.
I want to watch him burn.
As of recording this, Jamie Arpin Sachs has been found guilty on all counts and will spend the next 25 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 5. Since then, Lauren founded a nonprofit organization in honor of Aubrey Barker to support victims of abuse. Simon is still working at the bookshop where he and Jamie met, but he hasn't dated anyone since. Eleanor still feels guilty about everything that has happened, but she wants everyone to know that she is going to therapy, and she and Richard and Trish still talk. Following the trial, Richard is slowly getting the money back, and he and Trish are working with Lauren to open a building for the Aubrey Barker Foundation in LA. I want to thank you all so much for listening. Please be safe out there, and have a good night.